You're very welcome back to Ireland AM. From playing a wizard in the West End to a Viking in Valhalla, our next guests have had a host of acting credits to their names and are joining forces for a brand new play. We're delighted to welcome actors Alan Devine and Craig Connolly to the show. Good to see you both. Thank you for getting up bright and early to join us over this morning.
Guys, yeah.
OK,
look, people are looking at their TV screens and recognise you from a variety of things. Craig, you're the guy that people love to hate.
Yeah, unfortunately at the moment. Hopefully that might change with this play, but I don't think so.
But you have this thing, like when you went in to play Fergal on Fair City, you kind of banned yourself from social media.
Yeah, I think it was the first time I ever had to kind of deal with people tweeting and negative comments and things like that. So I took a step back from it, which was very useful. I think it's hard because you're like, it's such a medium that's in everyone's household. So it's very easy to comment on it, and like people feel like they kind of know your character more than they know you as a person. So they can get a little bit mixed up, but it's over time it's gotten a lot easier. So
you played Fergal, of course, who was a bit far right, a bit racist, but isn't it kind of a testament to your strength of acting that people believed in the character so much they abused you? Is that any way of looking at it?
I hope so. I just try and smile a lot every time I'm out doing anything now to try and show that that's not the way that I am or the views that I have. But yeah, I suppose you kind of have to, when you're playing a character like that, you have to connect with them in some way and understand them, because that is happening in Ireland at the moment. We do have far right groups and everything like that. So
yeah. Have you switched your social media back on? It's a toe back in the water.
It's on, but it's very much private.
Fair enough.
I'm there, but I'm not there.
It's hard to blame you, to be honest, because it can be a minefield out there. Now, Alan, you also had a role in Fair City. You didn't cross paths with each other, though.
It was about 12, 13 years ago now. I was playing Louis, and he was a tricky enough character too. I always said he was misunderstood, but this was before social media, a lot of it. But I would still have people come up to me, I'd be out with my kids and people come up and say really strange things to me.
Yeah.
But, they really take the character seriously and have a pop at you. And so, but look, the way I looked at it is if they're that engaged, that's a good thing. If they're having to go at you, that's good. Well, if they're ignoring you, it's kind of like, oh.
Listen. But at least they know you still. I mean, that's great. It's great to have that recognition.
Still happens today. I would drive around the country. I could stop in a small shop for a packet of chewing gum and somebody say, Fair City guy. It's amazing. 12, 13 years ago.
Yeah, I know. But when I see you, I think, you're the monk. Because you played Jerry Hutch.
Yeah, I played Jerry Hutch
in Veronica Guerin.
Yeah, that was a long time ago too. And Glassmatch Theatre will have something interesting going on about the monk coming up soon too. So.
Okay.
Are you involved in that as well, Peter?
No, I'm not. That'll be Rex.
But it must be fairly amazing on a production like Veronica Guerin. I mean, that was such a massive, massive hit. And of course, working with Cate Blanchett, she's creme de la creme when it comes to acting. Really, what was that like?
It was amazing. It was amazing. I was very young and quite nervous because she was quite amazing. And Joel Schumacher there. It was a really great show. Really, really good film, and I was very lucky. It was great.
Yeah. It is fascinating. All right. You went to the West End to take on Harry Potter.
I did, yeah.
What was that like? Have you still got your wand?
Living my childhood dream. I got there and they were like, here's your wand and your cloak and you're going to be a wizard. I was like, great, sign me up. It was a whirlwind. It's a crazy show. It's got magic, it's got flying, it's got dementors, it's fire, trapdoors everywhere. It's a bit crazy.
But like Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, of course, was the first. It was the first stage production, really, after the whole, or not ordeal, but the whole massive production that was the Harry Potter series. I know it's been made into a TV series now, but the movie series. I mean, there was a huge expectation on that. So, I mean, you played a number of characters, but you also filled in for the main character, didn't you?
Yeah. Because the show goes on for a whole year, you have people go on holidays or they get sick.
Yeah.
So we have
big ensemble cast.
Massive ensemble cast. Yeah. So I played Albus, who is Harry's son, when the original was on his holidays or sick COVID hit and he had COVID, and you know, it was kind of you woke up every morning not knowing who am I going to be today.
It must be very confusing.
It was very confusing when it was kind of tricky when you're going into work and then you're like, okay, now I need to change my accent and know all of the lines for 6.5 hours of theatre. So,
did you get to keep your wand?
I did.
What else did you get to keep? I'm sorry. Your broom?
I didn't get to keep things, but I definitely might have.
He might have
liberated things from the set.
Magic came out.
He might have borrowed them.
Yes.
Yeah.
I still have my name tag on the back of them as well, so it's, yeah.
Okay. Well, Elaine saw you this morning. She said, oh, yeah, you died quite gruesomely in Vikings.
Yeah, I was in
Spoiler
Vikings.
alert if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I did 2 Vikings, one Vikings and Vikings Valhalla, the latest one as well. So in the first one, I got the head chopped off, and the second one, I survived.
That's why you have the beard, is it? Just yeah.
It's Vikings, I mean, and Vikings Valhalla, of course. I think, was it last year or the year before the final series wrapped there? But what a massive production it was, and employed so many people, both in front and behind the camera, for so many years. I mean, and if you look at the roll call of actors that were in it, it was absolutely amazing. What was the experience like working on it?
It was a massive show, and I mean, even during COVID, we were filming during COVID, so like they had to test everybody every second day. It was almost like a hospital as well as a film set. So there was a huge amount of people involved, huge sets. It was great fun, really, really good fun.
Yeah, and of course, when you got the script to say your head was being lopped off, it was, you know, it happens. It wasn't a great surprise.
Short script.
A lot of people died in far more gruesome ways in that series.
Yeah, exactly,
But I suppose we mentioned ensemble casts a little while ago. Your latest play, of course, is a new play. Tell us about that, Jigsaw.
Yeah, it's a new play by Lee Coffey, and it's called Jigsaw, and so it's a bit of a puzzle. It's about a man who lives on the streets. We meet him on his average day, going about what he does, and then things begin to crack, pieces fall apart, and we and the audience start to find out a little bit more about how he got there, his story. How did he go from having everything to suddenly, having nothing, and how does he survive? How does he make himself get through the day? And so it flashes back to the past. So.
Okay, what part do you play, Craig?
The first half of the play, I play many parts, and then the second half, we
flip around.
Yeah, we flip around. We kind of do a lot together. Yeah.
So we see the characters he meets, we see the family he left behind. It goes back in time, back and forward in time. So it'll be an interesting challenge for us.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of pressure considering it is the first one of this play? Or are you rising to the challenge as only you can?
I think Lee's writing is so descriptive and so kind of easy to map out and see. Ian, our director, is fantastic. I think like the whole crew and everyone, all the team are grounding us. I would say at the moment.
Yeah, I suppose with the new play as well, we're trying to figure out how to show it, how to present it in a kind of an interesting and engaging way for the audience, whereas the established plays, you kind of know, well, that's what happens. That's what happens. So we're trying to create something new, and that's what Glass Mask does. It takes new writing and presents them in a kind of new and interesting way in a very interesting space.
Exactly.
Alan and Craig, thank you both so much for joining us on the show this morning. It's been a delight talking to you.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
And I want you to bring in your wands the next time you go. You're such a nerd.
All right. A reminder that tickets for Jigsaw are available now at glassmasktheatre.com, and it opens on May the 6th.
Now over to Louise. What's up next?
Well, let me tell you, after the break, we have got styles for the summer sporting season, so don't go anywhere.